I just think all of that could have been avoided if our family would have had a tool like this to maybe keep her away from guns.
Utah lawmaker is pushing for a so-called red flag law. If you don't know, they are some controversial laws because it would allow courts to take guns away from people considered to be a danger to themselves or others.
17 straight states and the District of Columbia now have extreme risk protection order laws. Weiler says he's not anti-gun and does not want to violate anyone's civil liberties, but he wants a tool for families to use when a loved one is going through a mental health crisis.
Suicide prevention is an issue KSL has been sharply focusing on, and now there is new urgency for state lawmakers to make it a priority.
And frankly, I think has the opportunity to be the most consequential bill for mental health in the state of Utah in our history.
Now, this bill would fund 23-hour crisis receiving centers in Salt Lake, Utah, Davis, Weaver, and Washington counties.
Police are looking for a driver caught on camera hitting a man and then driving away. Take a closer look here. This dash cam video shows the whole thing as it plays out. The white car there hitting the man happens right at that point there and then instantly swerves to get onto the interstate.
That white Chevy Impala made enough of an impact that small pieces of the bumper can be seen flying off if you look closely at the video. And Johnson says it appears that the driver was trying to change lanes and was likely looking over his shoulder when he struck the man in the crosswalk. And Salt Lake City police believe the car is somewhere in the range of 2011 to 2013. A Chevy Impala again, with likely some damage to the front. And if you know that driver, you think you might know them, they'd like to hear from you.
Japanese officials have now announced they will allow certain passengers to disembark from the Diamond Princess cruise ship under quarantine.
In the next few hours, certain passengers could be allowed to disembark and finish their quarantine at a Japanese facility. Now, the quarantine is set to end on February 19th. Authorities say the disembarkment process will happen in groups with the most vulnerable given priority, including older adults with pre-existing health conditions. Passengers will be tested for the 2019 novel coronavirus as they disembark. Those testing positive will be sent to a hospital. 44 new cases of the virus aboard the ship were confirmed yesterday. In the meantime, other passengers on the ship have the option of staying on board for the remainder of the quarantine since the Japanese facility does not have a clinic and will not be providing Western-style meals.